Hi, I'm Christine Vick, a counselor here at Central Texas Child and Family Counseling. In this video, I'll be sharing a brief overview of regulation in early childhood. You may have heard of the words regulation or dysregulation. You may or may not know what they mean. For the purposes of this video, regulation means feeling centered, being able to connect, and being able to respond without large emotion. On the flip side of that, dysregulation means being emotional, having outbursts, feeling disconnected, and not being able to respond to situations well. Every parent has experienced regulation and dysregulation with their child. When your child snuggles and reads a book with you, you are connected, can interact together, and you are both regulated. When your child is overtired or hungry and has the age old temper tantrum, then your child is dysregulated. This can be hard because we do not always know why our child is dysregulated. I am going to give you a quick summary of what is going on in the body when we are dysregulated, and then give you some quick regulation strategies for both you and your child because regulation happens together. When our body is regulated, our nervous system is online with the thinking and the relational part of our brain. This is why we can connect and respond without issue. When our body is dysregulated, our nervous system moves down into the limbic system in our brain. This is where we feel bigger emotions and we start to feel fight, flight, or freeze responses. We move to this part of our brain when we are stressed or for whatever reason, our brain perceives that we are not safe. In early childhood, we see children move to this part of their brain more frequently than any other time because their brain develops from the bottom up, and the top thinking part of their brain is the least developed. Their prefrontal cortex, or thinking part of their brain, will finish developing when not like until they're in their 20s. The catch is that we can all move to the lower limbic system, especially when we're stressed. When our child is there, it is easy for us to move there as well because we have brain cells called mirror neurons that mirror each other's emotions. We also feel stressed by meltdowns and can move lower in our brains as a result. When we are stressed, our brain feels threatened and unsafe. This is why it is important that as parents, we regulate ourselves and then assist our children in regulation through co regulating. We have to put on our oxygen masks first and then our children's. Young children's brains are not as developed as ours, and they do not have the same tools to be able to regulate on their own. We need to have intentional attention to our own regulation and to our child's to be able to support and help regulate a difficult moment. Children cannot help their responses when they are dysregulated. It's happening in their brain. Because of this, we need to help them regulate, then relate before we can redirect their behavior. Intentional breathing is a strategy to help us regulate. Breathing helps to regulate because when we are breathing slowly in and slowly out, we are telling our brains that we are safe. When we are stressed, we often take shallow breaths, so slowing down our breathing tells our body that we are not in danger. If we slow down our breathing, our kids will follow. It's the mirror neurons. If your child still needs help, try blowing bubbles together as a way to regulate breathing. Tagging out is another strategy for helping us to regulate. If one parent is dysregulated, taking a break and letting another parent help assist will help decrease unsettled energy in the room. Taking a break with your child works too. Turn on a mindful moment and regulate together. Ice water with a straw can be regulating for some people, or warm tea for others. Finding out what regulates each of you can be a difficult but rewarding trial. Baths, rice neck warmers or rice stuffies, essential oils, fidgets, hugs, reflecting emotions, and snuggling under blankets can all be regulating tools. For some, can be helpful, so try jumping, running, or walking outside. Finding ways to co regulate helps more than just asking our children to regulate on their own because they really can't do it at this age. Listen and notice what your child responds to and use it. Everyone is different, so we have to tailor our tools to each of us. Thank you for watching this quick overview of regulation in early childhood. Remember, this video is for informational purposes and is not a replacement for therapy. If you have questions about your child's development or need specific guidance, please feel free to discuss it with your therapist here at Central Texas Child and Family Counseling.